Hey guys, so I'm making a healthy tortilla today, or that's the plan anyway. I don't know how it'll come out. I used to make tortilla when I was in Spain. I lived in Barcelona for a while, and the Spanish lady I lived with taught me how to cook tortilla española, but she did use oil to deep fry the potatoes, so obviously I'm not going to do that because it wouldn't be in keeping with the healthy eating plan that I'm trying to follow. So this is a way of doing it. I've included 2 tablespoons of oil, one to kind of cook the onion and stuff at the beginning and one to cook the tortilla at the end. And I've worked out the calories, and so the calories for the whole tortilla are 1200, and that makes it 600 for half and 300 for a quarter of the tortilla, which is pretty filling and pretty low calorie. So you could have that with a big salad for dinner or lunch, and that would be pretty good. So the ingredients that you need, you're now going to see less of my face and more of just kind of the cooking stuff going on. So you'll need a kilo of potatoes, or 500 grams of baby new potatoes, then 1 red onion, a bulb of garlic, just going to use a few cloves of that, in fact quite a lot of cloves, a red pepper, 5 eggs, kind of medium-sized eggs, and some oil. I'm going to use probably this one, which is the Carotino healthy cooking oil, which is, it doesn't have any cholesterol in it, so that's pretty good. So the first thing to do would be to cut up the potatoes and boil them, because obviously they will need to be boiled for before they go into the tortilla. So I'm just going to chop them all up. Sure, I've got a knife out. So I leave the skins on, no problem with that. So just cutting them up into very small pieces. And obviously it will take quite a while because there's a huge bag. So I've chopped up the potatoes and they are now in the saucepan there. So I'm just going to add water to them, cold water, and stick them on the boil for, I'd say, 20 minutes. Put them on a higher boil and leave them for 20 minutes. So while your potatoes are boiling, you can start preparing your veg. So I'm just going to take the pepper and cut that up into small chunks. Just cut it up into any size you want. I like things fairly small when you have them in what is essentially an omelette. And you can use green peppers if you like, orange peppers. You can put mushrooms in this. You can add kind of whatever vegetables you like, because vegetables obviously are pretty low calorie and won't change the calorie content very much. So that's your red pepper ready. Put that in a bowl ready. I haven't set a timer. Then the garlic. So it depends how garlicky you like things, but both Kev and I like a lot of garlic, so I'm going to put 3, in fact 4 big bulbs of garlic in this, which is actually quite a lot. So just cut the ends off, get the skin off. The thing about garlic is your fingers smell of garlic for ages afterwards. It's not very pleasant, is it? And you can't wash it off. There are these, I've seen these silver, kind of lumps of silver soap, they're called, but it's just like a lump of silver, I think, or something, like steel or something, that you're supposed to rub on your hands and it takes the garlic smell off, but I don't know whether they work. If anybody's tried them, then do let me know and I might get one. They do them in Lakeland. So like I said, it's up to you how much garlic you put in, for how garlicky you want it, but we love garlic around here, so, and obviously it's very good for you and no extra calories, so barely any extra calories. So that's my garlic. I'm just going to. Now you can either chop your garlic into fine pieces, or you can puree it, crush it. You know, I'm going to do a bit of both. So I'm going to cut one of them up into little bits so that that's kind of gets in. In fact, I'll cut 2 up, just into tiny little pieces, and then I'm also going to use my little garlic crusher, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is my garlic press, which is really good. You just stick the garlic in there and then mush it, press it together, and it comes out all mushed like that. So I'm just going to put that in with that, because this is going to get fried. And I'll just drop that into the little pot with my red peppers, because it's all going in together. Then last but not least is your onion. You can have any kind of onion you like. I really like red onion, so that's what I'm using today. I might actually only use half of this onion, because my poor Kev gets indigestion with red onions, so, and he says he thinks it'll be okay when it's cooked, but I'm not sure I want to take the chance. And because I've put so much garlic in this, I don't think it needs that extra onion. Just making sure the bits are really small. I don't like big bits of onion. I only kind of started liking onion in the last few years, last 5 or so years, but I only like it if it's really, really tiny. But you could have massive chunks of onion in this. So that's my onion chopped. I'm just going to put that into that same bowl with the peppers, because like I said, that's all going into the frying pan to be softened, because it'll just get mixed with the potatoes, bunged into the eggs and fried. That's that. Now we're going to fry this lot with the oil. So take a wok or a frying pan. You can see my potatoes are bubbling away there, so I'm going to put this on the back and put heat on. And then I'm going to use a tablespoonful of oil. I'm just going to heat that oil for about a minute, and then I'm going to fry the garlic, onion and red pepper just to soften it all up, because that will get mixed with the potatoes. That should be about ready now, so I'm just going to put them all in. So just give my red pepper, onion and garlic a bit of a stir. I'm going to leave that on for about 5 minutes, something like that. Meanwhile, I've got a mixing bowl here, and this is just for the eggs to go in, and then all of that fried mix will go in. So break your eggs. So just with a fork, whisk all your eggs together. For the main tortilla, I'm going to use a frying pan like this, and then you also need a plate that fits over the top of it, or you can use another saucepan. See if this one fits over. Yeah. So I'm going to be using this plate that fits over the saucepan like that. That's just how you flip it. Okay. Put my other tablespoon of oil in this frying pan, and I'm just making sure it's all coated, because it's going to go right up the sides, because it's quite a thick tortilla. Okay, so I've strained my potatoes, and I'm going to just add my vegetables to the egg mix. So that's the garlic, onion and red pepper. Doesn't matter that it's hot. Add that all. Add the hot potatoes, and again, like I said, it's alright that they're hot. And then just mix it all together. And then I'm going to heat up that oil and get this into the frying pan. Just actually added another egg to this because it didn't look like there was enough liquid there to make it, you know, there's got to be enough egg to make the omelette around the potatoes, and obviously the potatoes are quite heavy, and that's what it looks like, so that's a bit better with that extra egg in it. So that should be hot now, so I'm just going to pour this into it. So we're just going to leave it there for on a medium heat for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. What we're trying to do here is get it to cook through the middle, but we don't want it too crispy on the outside just yet. You can see why we need a plate, because it's quite wobbly. Just using one of these spatula things to see how kind of stiff or otherwise it is, and you can also sort of break it up and pour some of the liquid down the side so it cooks a bit quicker. That should help So now comes the tricky bit, which is the plate bit. So I've taken off the heat, I've turned the heat off a minute, and then you take the plate and cover it. Obviously you need to be careful not to burn your hands. And then flip it over, and you see you've got it like that. Then what you need to do is slide it off. I'm going to use that fish slice straight back into the pan. And then when that dangerous bit's over, you can put the heat back on. And now we're going to cook it again for about another 3 or 4 minutes. So here we have the finished article, steaming hot as you can see, and I've cut it open so that you can see what it looks like inside. And then it's nice and cooked. That was about 4 minutes in total at the end. So yeah, you can see a quarter of it is a pretty substantial amount for 300 calories. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today. Oh, I'm exhausted now. I'm also trying to cook my salmon lunch for tomorrow and for the rest of the week actually. But I hope you enjoyed that today, and maybe it'll give you an idea of something new you can cook at the weekends or for your lunch. You could cut this up. We generally eat it cold, but then you can stick it in the microwave if you don't like it cold. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.